So welcome back to the new episode on Tech Talks, where we explore more knowledge and more talks in education. And as we are continuing with more identities on trigonometric ratios, so we want to look at these other trigonometric ratios of some related angles. From our quadrant system, where we looked at all are positive, it is sign positive, and sign here is only positive, but cos and sign, cos and tan are negative. Here it is tan which is positive, but cos and sign are negative. Then here cos is positive, the rest are negative. So, and this ranges from 0, 90, 180, 270, and 360 degrees. So we are now looking at, when you look at the sign of a negative angle, when you happen to press the sign of a negative angle, is the same as negative sine theta. For instance, if you have sign of negative 60, is the same as somebody is going to press negative sine 60. So I want you to have that in mind, to know that sign of a negative angle is the same as negative sine of a positive angle. That's what you should know in your mind. Then the second one goes, cos of a negative angle is the same as cos of a positive angle. If you have cos of negative 90, cos of a negative 90 is the same as cos of positive 90. So when you see cos of a negative angle is the same as cos of a positive angle. So we have also got tan of a negative angle. Tan of a negative angle, tan of a negative angle is the same as negative tan theta. Where does it come? The other time we're looking at tan, where we say the tan is given as positive over negative. So if you have tan of a negative, I can say this is the same as sine of a negative theta over cos of a negative theta. Where I'll say that sine of a negative is the same as negative sine theta, and we have said cos of a negative is the same as cos when it is positive. So which becomes negative tan theta. So we are also moving to another one. Sine of 180 plus theta. Like if you get the addition of it here, you are going to get what we call a negative. Like here, when you come, when you say here it is 180 minus theta. Now when you come here 180 plus theta, in this quadrant, it's going to be bearing a negative sign. So when you say sine of 180 plus theta, it is automatically the same as negative sign. Equally, when you say cos of 180 plus theta is the same as negative cos. So these ones I want you to be knowing them, and there is no debate on that. And when it comes to tan into 180 plus theta is the same as tan of a positive. Where does it come from? When we say tan into 180 plus theta, want to know why is it positive tan theta? Well, I'll say that tan into 180 plus theta is the same as sine into 180 plus theta all over cos into 180 plus theta. But we said sine of 180 plus is the same as negative sine theta out of cos into 1 plus 8 is the same as negative cos theta. A negative divided by negative, you get a positive, which becomes tan theta. This one and this one will cross. That's where it has come from. So we have also got, now when you have sine into 180 minus theta, when you have the sine of 180 minus theta and is lying in this quadrant, automatically it will come out with what we call a negative. It will be a positive. It will be a positive when you say sine of 180 minus theta and is in its quadrant. Now, with cos will not be related here. It will go to another stuff. You can see here. Here it is sine, which is positive, but tan and cos are negative. Which implies that when you say cos of 180 minus theta in this, it is going to give you a negative cos. Equal tan into 180 minus theta. Tan of 180 minus theta, it is the same as negative tan theta. And when you also get sine into 90 plus theta, when you get here, the addition of 90 plus, you're also going to have what we call a sign being positive. But when you get cos into 90 plus theta, you will get negative sine theta. Then tan of 90 plus theta coming from these quadrants when you say tan into 90 plus theta is the same as negative cot theta. And you know where a cot came from? A cot comes from negative, it comes from cos over sine, or 1 over tan. But for this case here, since we have said that sine into 90 plus theta is the same as cos theta, and again divided by sine cos of 90 plus theta, which is negative, you will have cos over negative, which brings a negative cot theta. So these identities, I want you to have them. When we go to angles, when you are solving them, I want you to come out with a clear stuff.